Hello everyone, welcome back to D-Day at Peleliu, where we're just about to start the first turn. So if you missed the history explanation of the game, general background stuff, that's in my previous video, which I'll link to somehow here. And I'm turning off the webcam, the face cam thing, because it's just going to be a bit distracting here, and we can just focus on the board. So we are in the first turn. I was possibly a little mistaken last time when I was saying there'll be an amphibious landing phase this turn. There isn't. These guys at the bottom here are going to be arriving next turn. The only ones that are here this turn are the amphibious tanks, which are in these 3 hexes. So what we're going to do is we're going to skip this first phase, and we're also going to skip the first event phase as well, because that doesn't happen on turn 1. So we're going to go straight to the Japanese fire phase. So let's get this in the right spot. So we're doing that, we're skipping that, and then we're going into here. And that is simply a draw of a card. So I will pop that there and flip it over, and we'll see what it says. So we ignore everything except what's in the band here. And we've got yellow, red, and purple, and a diamond. The letters in here don't mean anything quite yet, but they will. And that means that any non-disrupted hexes of those colours can open fire at us. So we've got yellow, red and purple. So yellow, this one's disrupted, so that's not going to be firing. Purple, however, is. So we're going to need to mark that one out. Yellow, red and purple, right? So that one's going to fire, this one's going to fire, this one's going to fire, that one isn't, that one isn't, that one is. I think that's basically it, isn't it? So one thing I had before that was kind of useful were little cubes that I could use to mark things out, which would be handy here. So I'm going to use them, and we'll just stick them on whatever spots we need to do. So this one is not working, this one is not working because he's disrupted, but this one is. And that one is, actually that's not working either because he's disrupted. He's disrupted as well. I think it's actually just those two. Nobody else can actually fire, so we're getting off a little lightly here. So the next trick is to see whether there's anyone actually in the field of fire. And our tank here is not, because there's only green and yellow spots there, and he would be in the yellow field of fire here if this was able to fire, but he's not. Red is not, no, because this guy is purple, blue and brown, and purple isn't firing at him because he's disrupted, so they're good, so we don't need to worry about that. Then over here, he would be in the field of fire if he was firing, but he isn't. And then we got red over here, who is not able to fire at anyone either. So we came out of that quite well. So good. Now we carry on like nothing happened. Nobody was in anyone's line of fire there. There's no artillery fire because that would be written down here. However, disruption removal does happen. So all the colours that are on there, if they were disrupted, they are now no longer disrupted. So that makes that a little more dangerous. So yellow and purple, yellow and purple. So if we get that again, that kind of combination, then we're in trouble because they are going to be able to fire us. And that, and also actually it's going to be every yellow and purple thing is going to be removed. So that's actually going to be quite a lot. And the reason those are there to start with is there's a pre-bombardment phase, or a pre-landing bombardment phase, which is basically this card. And this card essentially says that yellow, purple and green all get disrupted markers put on them, which I've now removed. And perfect timing, my mouse has just conked out. So there we go. Yeah, so basically two of those three have now had their disruption markers removed. So it only leaves the green ones, which should be what's left. There's purple up here that we missed. I think that's it. And then these guys started off disrupted anyway because these are the tank units up here. I think that's it. So yeah, next turn is going to be more interesting on that front. So carrying on, we skip the second event phase and we skip the HQ phase for now, and we basically just go straight on to the action phase for us. So now we get to do something, and the only things we can really do is stuff with our tanks here. So let's have a look at what we can do. We can move through brush, which is this stuff. I believe we can't enter an occupied hex unless we're right next to it. And you have to enter a revealed hex anyway. So you have to fire on them first, basically. Plus the tank can't actually enter those hexes. So the most we can really do at the moment is move the tanks off the beach, which might be a good idea. And just attack with them. So I'm thinking well, we only get 2 actions here as well, which is also interesting. I'm thinking we could attack with this guy if we can. When we can't. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, we can't attack with the tanks because you have to have an infantry unit next to them to be able to do that. Right, this is one of the fiddly little rules of the game. In order to attack a position, you have to have a US infantry or engineer in the adjacent hex, and then like if you have that, anyone else can join in, but you can't do that with a tank. That rather limits our options. How about an infiltration move? We can try that. So ordinarily moving from here to here would be an infiltration move because we're moving kind of past an occupied position. If you're going like from here to there or from here to here, let's say, that would be trying to infiltrate. However, we're in a tank, and that means that we don't care about that. We just can move there and it doesn't matter. Only matters if you're an infantry or an engineer. So the thing with that is that if you were, there's a chance that you could get hit by, spotted and hit basically by fire. But we don't need to worry about that. And it would be nice to get off the beach. Now the only snag with that is we are going to be moving from here into a hex where, if God forbid we got brown, purple and blue on the next Japanese fire, we are going to get hit by the whole damn lot of them. Or we could get hit potentially by we could get hit by any of them, basically, is what that means. So I don't think that's a fantastic idea. Let me just double check that. Where is that? Yeah, so actually they can't take multiple hits, but it just means that they have, 3 possible chances of getting hit there instead of just 1 or 2. So it might be better to keep them there. I think we're okay for now. These guys I'd move them up there. I'm thinking theoretically I can move them up to 3 spaces. But then there's a jungle there, so I can't move into that anyway. Or I can move into it, but I have to stop, so that probably won't be a great idea. So I'm going to just leave that here. And I think this one, I think I'll move him up there. Again, less chance of being hit. And that is basically it, because I've had my 2 actions there. So I couldn't do anything with it. Well, I could have done something with this guy, but I think he's alright where he is for now. So first action was there, second action was here. That's basically everything. There's no close combat or barrage or anything like that. So that was first turn. End of first turn, we check, we discard draw on cards, so that goes over here. And check for shuffle, so if this pile is bigger than this pile, it gets reshuffled in, but it's nowhere near at the moment, so that's it. Then we move on to turn 2. 900 hours. So far, that was remarkably easy, but now we're going to have some some interesting times.